At 8 p.m. Belgian time, some of the Premier League's biggest names were preparing themselves at Brussels National Stadium for the friendly against Belgium. But what Diego Costa, Cesc Fabregas, Santi Cazorla and Juan Mata and co didn't realise is that even as they trained, security officials, government officials and Belgian FA officials were meeting to decide that the game could not go ahead. David De Gea spoke at the pre-match news conference saying the players had discussed the situation and knew of the threat but were content for the game to be played. So too, on behalf of the Belgians, was Jan Vertonghen. He went further, showing a hint of defiance. Can I just ask you about the security situation? Is there any concern?
I don't feel any, no.
As Eden Hazard, complete with snood, came back from 2 days in bed with a sore throat and cold to commit to the Belgian cause. Signs that this was no normal training session were all around. Police in the stadium keeping an eye on proceedings. The original plan after Friday's attacks in Paris was for the game to go ahead as a Category 2 risk, just like the Euro qualifier against Israel last month. But by 11 p.m. it had been upgraded to a Grade 3 risk. Too high, too much of a risk for the players and for the fans. 24 hours earlier, as police just a few miles away were moving in on terror suspects, armed police were on duty at the Belgian training complex. Officers stationed around the pitch. The feeling then was that every effort should be made to keep the game on. Do you feel as footballers, as you know, whether you like it or not, stars in your own right, that you may be a target?
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of innocent people died, so of course it's difficult. They can be everywhere, so I think it's good to think about them, show them solidarity.
This place is now called the King Baudouin Stadium. It used to be called the Heysel Stadium, a place that's known tragedy. In the end, those in the know decided that even the slightest chance of any further loss of life here just wasn't worth the risk.